And as I said, I was not going to leave positive feedback out of this presentation because how can I when this is such an integral component of what homeostasis is? Now here goes my very favorite and the only one that has ever stuck with me throughout all of high school and now in my college years, the miracle of childbirth. Now, childbirth follows the pattern of positive feedback. The plus 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 equals more, more, more. Now, this right here, my friends, is a crazy process, a very crazy process. And how it works is this. So when a baby is to be birthed into this world, a beautiful little human coming out of a fully developed, bigger human, there needs to be some contraction of the uterine walls because that's just biology, right? That's just biology. There needs to be some contraction. So what happens is that the uterine walls contracts and it's somehow, so now that's a change. So the uterine walls aren't just going to contract or isn't just going to contract because it wants to. It contracts because it needs to birth this kid. So oxytocin is released and that helps the uterine wall to contract. But the funny thing is, unlike negative feedback, the uterine wall doesn't contract and then returns immediately to relaxed. No, my dear friends. One contraction stimulates more contraction. In order for more contractions to occur, more oxytocin has to be released from the brain or has to be signaled. And then more contractions occurred, more oxytocin, and the cycle. So that cycle just keeps on going until the baby is birthed. So for these positive feedbacks, yes, we're getting amplification of the change, but it's not to a forever, or it's not to an infinite time. There will be an end, but in order for that end to occur, so like for instance, in the case of childbirth, until the child is born, then the oxytocin will continuously be released. The uterine wall will continue to contract and get tighter and tighter to assist in the birth of the baby. Lactation also works the same way. Literally, I learned about lactation the other day. I did not know that's how it worked. But there you go. You learn new things. And maybe there are other positive feedbacks that you guys know that you would love to share with me. I would love to hear your thoughts. But childbirth and lactation, they work just the same. You get the contractions, but the contractions will keep coming plus equals more and more and more until some definite end, where in the case of childbirth, until the child is actually birthed, or in the case of lactation, when the child actually lets go of the teat, then there's no more contraction. Everything kind of returns back to some sort of a normalcy, right? So we're deviating from normalcy until a point, until a set, or until there is a call to stop. And that call to stop is when the deed is done. I don't want you to think about returning back to normalcy when you think about positive feedback. I just need you to think about the deviation from equilibrium or from the set point when you think of positive feedback. When you think of negative feedback, think about things returning back to normal ASAP.